Hey guys, today let us discuss about how we can use the web services in the Python programming language. Okay, so before going to discuss in detail about this, how we can use the web services, what is the general concepts we should know how we can use them in this Python programming language. Okay, so we know how to retrieve the documents, that is in the previous chapter we have discussed how documents can be retrieved and how to pass the documents using the HTTP, that is over the hypertext transfer protocol using programs. Okay, and in the similar way it is also very simple to develop a similar kind of approach where we can produce the documents that were specifically designed to consumed by the program. Okay, for what purpose and for what, if the user is expecting the some document or the some services from the website, how it can be done. This is what the question it arises here and how it can be solved. Okay, so here the specifically designed documents that must be consumed by the that must be visible to the user, it is consumed by the programs. Okay, make sure that is not HTML to be displayed in the browser. Then how we can do it? Okay, so in general we can say there are two important common formats that we can use when exchanging the data across the web. Okay, how the data can be exchanged, what is the format, how it can be done. Okay, so here we'll be discussing two common formats. The one is XML, that is extensible markup language. Okay, so and the other one is JavaScript object notation, that is JSON. Okay, so extensible markup language is used for very long time. Okay, that is been used for the long time, and it is best suited for exchanging the document style data. You have a specific structure, so according to that specific structure and the style of the document should be in the specific format what the user is specifying. So that is in case in that such case or in that situation you can use the XML format. The other format is JSON. Okay, so in that case when the program just want to exchange only the dictionaries, list or other internal information, if there is a situation where they can we can want to or we want to exchange only dictionaries. So far we have discussed what is dictionaries and how to write the dictionaries, and we know the list and other internal information with each other, how they can exchange the information with each other. Okay, that can be done using JavaScript object notation. Okay, so if you want more information on this JavaScript object notation, you can just refer this website. Okay, so let us see how these two formats can be used in detail in this Python programming. Okay, so now first one is extensible markup language. Okay, so generally we know what is HTML, that is hypertext markup language, and but what is the difference between these two? Okay, what is the advantage XML is having over HTML? Okay, so similarly we can say, or in general we can say XML is similar to HTML, but XML is very or more structured or very specific when compared to HTML. Okay, so for example, if you want to see one example, you can see here. Okay, this is the header, that is person. Okay, so the name of the person can be checked, and then phone number of that particular person, and it should be in the integer data type, and this phone number can be written here, and close the phone or tag, and then you have to hide the email. Okay, email should be hidden, then in case you can write S. Okay, so this is the specific format of writing the, or the structured format of writing the any XML document. Okay, so here what it is showing, each pair of the opening, this is pair. Okay, pair of opening person and the closing tags represent the element or node. Whatever the element it is there, it will represent the element of the node with the same name as the tag. I've told you it is the person tag. Okay, so now each element we can have some text. I've told you we have some text here, that is check at some attributes. Example, say hide is the attribute here and the other nested elements. Okay, if an XML element is empty, that is it has no content or it does not contain any content, then it may be depicted by itself closing tag. Okay, so if there is no any content, then you can directly write the closing tag. Okay, so that is how the XML element is empty. And another thing is it is useful to think of an XML document as a tree structure. I have told you it is more structured language when compared to the HTML. So it is we can say it is helpful to be an XML document as a tree structure where there is a top element. Here, what is the top element here? Person is the top element, and the other tags can be phone, okay, that are drawn children of their parent elements, okay. So here the top element will be person, and this can be considered as the parent, and the other children element can be phone or email or anything, okay. So this is more basic information about the XML, okay. You can see in this example how a tree representation of XML can be noted. We have taken parent element as person, and it can have the children element, as I have told you. Phone can be a child and name can be a child, and its type or data type, it should be an integer number, and again phone, okay. So in the similar way, the name, the value for this particular name, and the value for phone. This is a tree structure of the XML notation, XML documentation. So the next topic is parsing XML, how we can parse any elements in the extensible markup language, okay. We'll discuss with one small example or a small application which parses some XML and extracts some data elements from the element, how to extract the data elements, okay. So you can have a look at this example, okay. So make sure we are importing an example E3, XML E3, element E3 as ET. We are writing in the short form element 3 as the ET, okay. So here our data is equals to, what does this triple quote means, okay. So single triple quote as well as the triple double quote, what is the meaning of this, okay. Allow for the creation of the string that span multiple lines, okay. So both this can be called as the single and the double. For multiple lines you can have double quotes, and for single line we can say it is single quotes, okay, fine. So here we have again the person parent name, and then you have a check of the name, and then this is what we can do. 3 is equals to et dot form string of data, and it is going to print name tree dot find name of the tree, and then attributes, what are the attributes it is there, okay. So it want to display the name and the attributes of this particular element tree. How it is displaying, this is the way you have to write the program. Make sure data is equals to 3 quotes, single quote, 3 quotes will be there, and it will allow for the creation of these strings that span multiple lines, okay. So when you call this form string, it converts the string representation of XML into a tree of XML elements, okay. It will convert the string into the XML elements, okay. So that is the meaning of the form string. You can see here the form string is written. The meaning is it converts the string to the specific XML tree, okay. So when the XML tree is in a tree, we have the series of methods we can call to extract portions of data from the XML string, okay. So in that case, when there is XML tree, we'll be having methods, we can call them directly, the portions of the data from the XML string, okay. So now to find function searches through the XML tree and retrieves the element that matches the specified tag. So it is going to give the attributes and the specific values. So now when you look at this example, attributes, for example, say I have name is an attribute and phone number is the attribute, and it is going to the display of those particular values. And there in the program we have written name and phone. Email is hidden, okay. So only these two elements will be returned with their values, okay. So now using this XML parser such as element tree, it will be have an advantage, while the XML in this example is very simple, okay. So it turns out to be there are many rules regarding valid XML, and using element tree allows us to extract the data from the XML without worrying about the rules of XML syntax, okay. So this is how we can parse any data through XML, okay. So in the next video session we'll be discussing about how looping through the nodes can be done in this Python programming language using XML, okay. Thank you.